Hey guys, it's David from Choice Caravans, 1019 South Road, Melrose Park. Thanks for tuning in for another walkthrough. This time we have the amazing 20'6" rear door cafe lounge from Pheonix. So I've been waiting for this one to come in. We're going to be doing all the layouts this year, but this is one of the first to arrive, and I've got another 17'6" in stock as well now. This van is excellent for couples that either want to be on-road or off-road. So we've got full XT coil suspension, 3.5 ton ATM, but it's very light, so comes in with a good 800-900 kilo payload. We've got the gas bayonet built into the side, which I really like. It's just out of the way, it's very easy to access. A tap with water, also conveniently placed. Really nice stabilizer legs, good feet. They're hot dip galbs as well, so everything's protected. You can see at the front in our toolbox, we've got a beautiful fridge slide, and then there's an extra slide out as well, preparation area. You can put whatever you like on. So this fridge slide's already wired up. We've got Anderson plug, we've got a 12-volt socket, we've got a USB port, and then you've got a light and a fan in there. So it's just the little things, but I mean, the fan is excellent to help take the hot air out on those days when you got your fridge in here and you don't want it flogging its little guts out. Now I'm standing in the sun here, so it'll be a good time to point out that I've killed my hat. So for regular viewers, I don't have my cowboy hat. If you happen to work at a Cooper and you want to sponsor a nice local South Australian, by all means send me a new hat. Full hot dip galb chassis. We got our gas bottles here. Anderson plug, it's a 7-pin flat. Cruisemaster DO35 hitch, so it's set up for easy towing and off-road ability. A couple of jerry can holders. Plenty of storage on top of the toolbox, so you can tie down to all of this. Suitable for a bike rack, you can just put a bit of timber up there. So if you've watched any of the previous Pheonix videos, you'll have seen it before, but it's really a good quality box. Other side of the toolbox is just all open storage, but you can literally put 5 camp chairs in there. It's all carpeted. It's really well finished off, but there's just oodles of space. The tunnel boot, so obviously it's a full front tunnel boot. There's an LED strip light that runs all the way along, which is just a minor detail, but I think it's fantastic because you can actually see everything in your tunnel boot when it's nighttime. And then the doors on the Pheonix are really nice, so they seal up beautifully. You can lock it in. I just think they're excellent tunnel boot doors. All the doors flow through the whole van, but I love the LED light. Better than 2 little piddly lights either side. We've got a portable solar blanket Anderson plug on the side here, and that's all wired up into the Renogy system. So along with the 3 panels that we have on our stock van here, so you've got 660 watt of solar, but we've also got the full Renogy system behind the fridge. So we've got the mains pressure connection here. So screw your little tap connector in, plug in the water. So that's when you're at home and you want to be connected, or if you're at a caravan park or a free camp with water access. And then you've just got the one water filler here. One of the really cool things on the Pheonix and the Sunland vans is the water tanks are sitting in between the chassis and in between the wheels. So it really helps with the balance and the towing of the van. There's 2 tanks in there. There's 190 litres of water and they're connected together. But it's a very solid polypropylene type water tank, but it sits in the middle of the chassis. It's a really clever design. He does it on his Sunland vans in the top end, and then he does it in the Pheonix as well. And when you come down and have a look, I'll show you how the water tanks sit underneath. They're brilliant. So full Renogy system. So there's 300 amps of standard in the Pheonix. You've got a 3000 watt inverter, and then we've stocked these with 3 solar panels on the roof. They come standard with 2. But it's a very neat system. It's set up very well. It's incredibly easy to use from the Renogy panel inside. But the electric system all behind the fridge here, vented door, everything works beautifully. But very neat and tidy. It's not taking up any space in your van or under the bed. So we've got the battery box down here. Really easy to access if you do need to. It's also very easy to lock up. But this one's got a single 300 amp Renogy battery in it, and there is space for another 300 amp if you wanted to double your battery capacity at any time. Instant hot water system on the Pheonix vans. So that's on the whole range from the 17.6 through to the 22-foot family, which is excellent. So if you're plugged into a water supply, you can have a very long shower running off your gas, and obviously still works perfectly well off-grid out in the middle of nowhere. Outdoor shower. Hose down the kids, the dog, whatever you want to do, the husband. It's all equipped there, hot and cold, connected to the hot water system, but that's also on all of the Pheonix vans. You'll notice here the Raptor coating, which is around the side of the van, provides ample protection. It's also on all of the J molds. So if you run into that little branch or twigs, things like that, it's all protected on the side. It also looks fantastic. So we've got the Safety Dave rear camera. Now that's connected up to a WASA cable connection, so that's part of the van, which is fantastic. We've got a 2-bar rear arm here. It's an underslung front wheel, so it saves you about 500mm of overhang on the back, but you can put a wood box or another jerry can, whatever you like, on the rear bar here. This is just an access hatch to get in behind the shower. You've got a bit of storage in here if you want to throw some stuff in, but it's really easy to reach in and get to the plumbing behind the shower if you ever needed to. So that's just a nice little feature. Also makes it very easy for the people doing your services. Save you a bit of money when it comes to time. So you've got outdoor speakers on the Pheonix. This little baby here is the Starlink connection. So it's very useful for anyone with a Gen 1, 2 or 3 Starlink. If you have a Starlink Mini, you won't use that, but we can discuss that later on. Dual supply for your power points outside, TV bracket, 12 volt, and this is an antenna connection point. So you've got the outdoor entertainment hatch. You can see the Raptor coating goes everywhere. Beautiful picnic table, good for about 30 kilos. So apart from a full hot dip galv chassis from front to back, this is riding on Cruisemaster XT coil suspension. So if you want to do the Uta track or the Gibb River, or you just want to cruise up and down South Road, it's good as gold. The payload in this is 900 kilos. These vans are very light, so you're looking at a van that's a smidge over 2,500 kilos for a 20'6". You've got 917 kilo payload because it's a 3.5 ton ATM riding on the Cruisemaster suspension. And this is just pretty much trouble free. You get your van serviced every year, you'll have smooth sailing and all will be well no matter where you want to go. Ball weight, nice and light. So if you do put a bike rack out the front, if you load that box up with everything that you own, you're not going to be overweight on your ball, and it's another huge advantage of these Pheonix vans. Sitting down on the beautiful cafe lounge, so the leather's fantastic. We've got a full trifold table. There's power points down here, so you can plug things in. All dual supply connected to the inverter as well. We've got downlights up the top and speakers here, and this slides along on a rail, so you can actually move your lights. Fantastic windows. Really nice. They go up and down nicely, click together. You can put these, split it, so you give yourself some more privacy. It's a very well thought out van. Got to watch your fruit bowl when you do this. Table slides out, plenty of room for 2 people to sit, eat dinner, have a glass of wine, play some cards. And then we've got an entry pantry attached to this as well. So the storage in here is excellent, the lounge is excellent, the windows are excellent. Queen size bed, and it's got a pillow top mattress, which I'll get to in a sec. It's all storage under here, and they've done a really good job. So it is divided so you can separate some things. I'll just point out, this is all screwed together. There's no staples holding this together. There's an extra piece of timber and a metal bracket for the bed. So it's a very well built carcass for underneath the bed, and then oodles of storage. It's not taken up with batteries, it's not taken up with electrics. So you can just throw whatever you like under here. I do recommend you don't put stuff under there that you want every day, because you've got to remake the bloody bed every time you pull it up. Full pillow top mattress, nice and comfortable. It's a 6'2" queen. You can extend it as well, put a bolster behind there if you want more space, and there is plenty of space to do that. So you can pretty much leave it out all the time if you are a taller person. You get the great Finch Australia hatches, but they put the large one in here, so not the small one. You've got lights, well, extra lights. But then when you open it up, you get a lot of breeze come through. And if you're just laying in bed on a nice day out the Flinders or something, you can sit there and look at the stars all night. I think it's fantastic. Shelf, hanging space, dual supply power sockets and USB points in the middle. There's a wireless charging pad down there, and this is on both sides. So that's fantastic. You're not going to want for power in this caravan. There's some nice little extra bedside cupboards in this area, so just tucked away in the corner. They don't impede you walking around, but you can throw extra stuff in there. So on the left hand side of the bed here, there's another full Renogy panel, so you can actually turn all the lights on and off throughout the whole van. So whoever gets to sleep on this side gets all the power. You've also got your 240 and your USBs. And then there's another rail under here with downlights, which is really nice. So you can turn that on, not disturb everyone when you get up and go to the toilet in the middle of the night. But maybe flip a coin to see who gets control over the Renogy unit on this side of the bed. Right, everyone comments on how amazing the lighting is in the Pheonix vans. So you've got nice bright white strip light up above the kitchen. You've got your soft warm light on the side. Warm light on the back of the couch. Warm light on the other side. More beautiful white strip lighting. Soft warm light behind the bed. White strip light up the top. More at the back of the couch. Around the fridge. Come into the bathroom and here it is running through here. Plus your lights up the top. Another strip light underneath there. The lighting in the Pheonix is amazing. Back at my favorite sink. So the Pheonix sinks are awesome. They come with a few accessories. Great for washing out your veggies. Great for drying your cups. There's an extra bit down the bottom to help stop with any scratching and rattling around. Pull out hose, drinking water. It's better than the sink I've got in my house. All goes back together nicely. Sits in there. I think it's fantastic. Good sized window in the kitchen behind us, so you get a nice view if you are making a cup of coffee or cooking dinner, whatever you're doing. 3 gas burners, 1 electric. I like the way they've done this. It doesn't have the sort of the stupid metal bit on top that discolors and burns. It's a nice black looking stove. You've got your grill. Remember to keep the grill open, ladies and gentlemen, otherwise the van doesn't smell so pretty. When you fold it all down, just plenty of bench space. Camac microwave, range hood, it's all here in the kitchen, sitting nicely opposite your cafe lounge. And there is a power point up there, once again, all wired up to the inverter, so it's dual supply. So if you want to take your expensive coffee machine with you and make an espresso in the middle of the desert, this is the Caravan. So with the rear door, you get a full height pantry next to the fridge and next to the kitchen, so it is pretty conveniently located. These are a really nice deep cupboard, so it's basically my arm length. Now you're going to use some plastic trays and you can put your spaghetti jars and whatever else in there, but I could pretty much take everything I've got in my pantry at home right now away in this Caravan, and it would be locked up nice and secure in this pantry. Dometic fridge. You will notice that beautiful strip lighting I mentioned earlier. Now, 224 litre Dometic freezer, fridge, but something I didn't know when I first did the video for the 19.6 is she opens both ways. So if it's one of those days and you're sitting on the toilet and you just need another beer, you can reach around, grab it out of the fridge because it opens both ways. Still comes with a little latch to leave it open when you're storing your van, which is nice, but beautiful looking fridge. Aluminium side rails, locks up really nicely, and from Dometic. As you come up into the 26 rear door, so you've got a whole entry cupboard here. Obviously you get great bench space here if you're just sitting on your lounge or you want to put a bowl there, throw your keys in it, whatever. There's 6 shelves in there, so really handy. Like you can just put thongs and shoes in there, easy access. You can fill it up with more pantry stuff if you run out of room there, although God knows how. And then my favorite piece of wood paneling. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I know that it doesn't mean anything really to the Caravan, but it just looks amazing and it makes you feel very homely in here. And it just gives you that something when you walk, every time you walk through the door into your van. And they've got the mag pocket up there, so a little bit more storage again. I love this thing more than life itself, and it's, you know, probably straight out of Bunnings and glued onto the wall, but it just makes all the difference in the world to the interior of this Caravan. When you see it, you'll agree with me. Still think there's plenty of room on the toilet. Now the rear door, you don't get as big a bathroom layout as what you do with the front door, but it changes the configuration a little bit. So still a huge shower, plenty of room in there. It's a nice square bench. We've got the NCE wall mounted washing machine. Nice and efficient with power and water. Strip lighting underneath. Dual supply power points. So if you're blow drying your hair straightener, I don't know, electric shaver, whatever you want to do, it's all there. Black pack throughout this van. So you've got black shower, black sinks. Everything looks really nice. Sliding door which locks into 2 spots. And I am sitting on a Dometic cassette toilet. So acts like a normal toilet, comes with your canister, very easy to use. Doesn't matter whether you're going off grid or you're just hanging around in your house or a caravan park. Brushed aluminium shower door. We've got the Finch Australia hatch, so there's more lights up there. And inside the shower, obviously, we've got the 12-volt fan, so you can exhaust out all that hot, steamy water from the instant hot water system. I genuinely like the Pheonix, and I think you can tell that from the way I present the videos and the excitement. I'm an only child and I love my parents, and I sold my mum one of these, 20'6", she's gone the front door, but I have complete faith in these vans. So when you come down and have a look, it's Choice Caravans, 1019 South Road, Melrose Park. I guarantee you'll be just as inspired by the look, the feel, the quality, and what you get for sub 100,000 with a quality Australian made caravan. So this color scheme, there's more to choose from. It just looks amazing. Inverters, solar panels, good batteries, great lounges, brilliant sinks, well set out designs, excellent suspension, chassis, Dometic air conditioners, like the list goes on. Quality Australian made caravans, Choice Caravans, 1019 South Road, Melrose Park. Thanks for watching.